welcome to Timberlina's Red Chair, and I'm joined here today by my dear friend Katherine, who is a knitter. Hi Katherine.
Hi Tim.
I thought it was appropriate, now that we're towards the end of May and the weather's finally turned, to think about things that we can do whilst we're sitting in the sun. As you can see, we're both sporting rather lovely knitted items ourselves. Is that something you made, Katherine?
No, unfortunately not, but it's something that inspired me.
Right. Okay. What does inspire you with your knitting?
Vintage patterns.
Vintage patterns. Didn't you tell me you were working on a pattern from a Chanel 50s suit or something?
Yes.
Yes.
A jumper.
A jumper?
From 1950s Vogue.
Amazing. A Vogue pattern.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes. Is this it?
This is the sleeve.
Amazing. That's the sleeve?
Yeah.
Is that as far as we've got?
No, I've done the rest, but I haven't sewn it up.
You haven't sewn it together. That's amazing, because that actually, as it is, could make quite a nice doorstop, couldn't it?
Or a scarf.
Talk me through the wool. What kind of wool is it?
Well, I got it from a charity shop.
Of course you did.
I don't really know what it is. It wasn't that nice to knit with, but I think it's a nice colour.
Looks pretty like, you know, real wool, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like
I like to think it might be mohair. A bit like yours.
Yeah, fabulous. I got this for 50p in a car boot sale, actually.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, these little videos are all about sort of second-hand things and doing stuff for free. And one of the other reasons for inviting my lovely friend Katherine to talk about her knitting was that she was actually taught for free in a little knitting class near where you live, weren't you, Katherine?
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that.
Well, about 6 months ago I decided that I wanted to know how to knit.
6 months, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a long time ago.
No. And I met a woman called Elaine who lived in my block in St Leonard's on Sea.
St Leonard's on Sea.
She's really great. And she is a knitter and had been teaching some other people to knit.
Yes.
And I asked if she would be able to give me some lessons.
Amazing.
And she came round to my house or to my flat once a week for a few weeks on a Sunday, and we
just
would knit.
one-to-one?
Just one-to-one, private tuition.
Private tuition?
Yeah.
And was there a cost for this tuition?
No, all she wanted was for me to pass the skill on to someone else at some point.
So she actually came round to your house for one-to-one tuition, private tuition, twice a week, for free. And take us through some of the stuff. And this is just in 6 months, can I just remind you, ladies and gentlemen. And this probably isn't even the half of it, because presumably you've given some of the stuff away as presents and delicious, you know, things.
Pretty much everything I've knitted I've given away. But so most of this is works in progress. So
6 months.
This is
November, last November. This isn't even the half of it.
Well, it's funny because knitting isn't as difficult as it looks. It's 2 stitches.
Right.
And if you can follow a pattern, it's literally 2 stitches, knit and purl.
Okay.
And so if you practice,
and
it's not as hard as you think.
Beautiful
There's
sock,
a beautiful sock
there, which I don't know if you can actually see there. It's highly textured sock, little diamonds on it. Yes.
And this is the other sock just emerging.
See, oh gosh, 3 sticks there.
3 sticks and
gosh,
and
how many lessons was that? How many? Oh, okay, gosh.
Not many, because again it looks complicated, but it's not.
Not.
It's just easier than knitting it flat, because then you'd have to sew it up down one side. So there's socks, and these socks too.
Beautiful socks.
Yeah. And then.
And again, sorry, the wool there, is that also sourced from a second-hand shop?
No, actually, I bought this wool new. It's sock wool, so you have to have a high wool content, but also nylon for strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Often available at your local town markets, in fact.
Yes.
Aren't they?
Yeah. This I think was from the Battle Wool shop.
Battle Wool shop there, little reference there.
This is a top for a child,
Beautiful.
that I know. I haven't finished it yet.
Amazing, lovely colours.
It's really nice, isn't it? And I've got these little vintage buttons that I'm going to sew onto here. So I'm quite pleased with that. And this is another jumper that I'm partway through.
And again, just beautiful textures there. You can't really do it justice just showing you there, ladies and gentlemen. But look, just that's 2 stitches again. 2 stitches makes these.
So it's got a sort of ribbing at the top.
Amazing. Must introduce you to my friend Karen. She's very big.
I know Karen.
You've known Karen.
Yeah,
of course you do.
She's been very helpful with her knitting tips. This is another top that I'm knitting for me, and I'm using vintage wool, 1950s wool.
50s
someone
wool.
gave to me.
Self-cleaning wool. Never have to wash it.
No, very warm, fireproof.
Self-cleaning, fireproof, waterproof.
Waterproof. So this is lovely. It's going to be really warm. It's got a little boat neck, and
beautiful.
And I'm doing the sleeves 3/4 length.
Gosh.
But if it works well, I might do another one with short sleeves. So that shouldn't take me too much longer to finish.
Why 3/4 length?
I just think it looks nice.
Right, okay. Even though you have full-length arms.
Full-length arms, but you know, it's a sort of... It's
good for washing up, things like that.
Spring,
Practical.
autumn.
Spring, autumn.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What else have we got here? What's this?
Well, this when I started knitting, and this is a tip for any new knitter, you can knit yourself a little sampler where you practice doing different things.
Oh, I've got many of those little patches.
Yes, and then you have a little record of what you're doing. So there, I was trying cable. Have a look through. You can see what I.
Well, I'm still trying. So is cable? No, that's not a stitch. That's a pattern.
Well, it still involves only the 2 stitches, but it's what you do with them. Twist them around.
Right, like many
things. That's like an Aran jumper.
Yes, it is like an Aran.
But it's really not quite as good. So
see,
then
I literally have got little 10 by 10, that's all I'm doing, 10 by 10 squares. And I'm not allowed to move on until I've got 10 by 10 pure stitches. Because usually, you know, you start off with 10 and end up with 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Well,
6 months, ladies and gentlemen.
This I did at the beginning, but this is just experimenting.
And now you've got like other colours in there too.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well,
that's
this is
amazing.
just trying out different things with the colours.
You just suddenly start throwing in a whole other colour.
Yeah, this was freestyling. And
so
then...
Freestyle knitting, ladies
I've tried lettering.
OMG. My friend Rosella, who I made slow gin with in the Big Red Chair, she's got a lovely, fabulous scarf actually, with lots of, well actually derogatory terms for gay people knitted in fact. Hello,
These
Francis.
I got from, yeah, hi Francis. These I got from some of my vintage jumpers. Look, an eagle.
Beautiful. Eagle. Well, amazing.
This is a stag.
So did what was her name again?
Elaine.
Elaine, did she go through how to make shapes and whatnot? Or did you create your own sort of recipe, like pattern for that? Did you have to think about how many in?
I got some graph paper and I just counted the stitches on the jumper that I had and then worked it out from there. But Elaine told me how to, what to do with the yarn at the back of it.
Absolutely
so you don't get into a twist. But once she explained it, it all made sense. It went to the 80s then with 3 colours and I didn't like it. And then that's actually, I copied from this one. So.
Amazing. 6 months ago, Katherine would literally just sit at home looking on the interweb for days on end. Now she knits. I'm sure you do lots of other things as well apart from knitting. But just 6 months. And I remember you had tea cozies galore.
Yeah.
And some sort of beret hat thing maybe.
I'd made several hats.
Several hats.
Yeah.
6
Coffee
months.
cozies.
Coffee cozies. Does Elaine travel?
To teach?
Yes.
She might do.
She might do.
Depends.
Well, all I can say is watch this space because we might have to kind of have Elaine over for some knitting.
Well, you should come to my knitting group actually.
You've got a knitting group?
Post Office Tea Rooms knitting
now,
group, St Leonard's.
Of course, in St Leonard's. This is in near Hastings on the south coast of England. But if you were maybe at your wit's end and were going online and maybe wanted to find something about knitting or finding a friendly knitting group, where would one go for that sort of thing?
Well, your first port of call should be a website called Ravelry.
Ravelry.
RAVELRY.com. And it's like a Facebook for knitters,
right.
But without the enforced,
yes, sibling Ravelry, things like that. Yeah.
And it's a massive database of free patterns and advice and tips. But YouTube as well. Any part of a pattern you don't understand, put it into YouTube, and there'll be someone there telling you how to do it.
I learned how to cast on YouTube. I have to say.
There you go.
You see, it's all there.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And then everywhere's got. I mean, there's one. I know the one on Lower March. What's that one called? Lower March.
Oh,
that's
Knit London.
Knit London, if you're in London.
Lovely
if
shop.
you're not, if you're in provincially, pop down to WI. I would say even.
Yeah.
Meet old people. Steal their wool, and second-hand shops are a great source. Oh shit, sorry.
No, it's
great source of needles in second-hand shops.
Yes,
These
you can get most of your wool second-hand. This is going to be the body of the Russian gymnast Olga Korbut.
This is a whole other broadcast.
It's my contribution to the
Olympics.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a cushion?
Maybe just a little to-scale model.
Because you know what happened to the cushion makers?
No.
After they spent the best part of a year making cushions, the powers that be said that they couldn't really afford to distribute them, so they're doing it themselves.
I won't be replicating the Olympic logo.
Right, okay, good.
It'll be 70s
I don't think
style.
we can actually say Olympic on YouTube without asking their permission first, actually.
Okay.
Okay,
won't mention that one anymore.
Yeah. Any last tidbits?
This final thing is a little
gorge.
neckerchief. You could have tried it on if you weren't wearing one.
How am I going to try one?
That's from a vintage pattern.
Oh, and then we tie. Oh no, we push it.
Pop it through the hole. There's a little. There you go.
That little neckerchief.
There you go.
Look at that.
Looks lovely.
I think that's autumn winter 2012-13 sorted. Frankly, for me. Catherine, it's been lovely having you at Timberlina's Red Chair. Thank you so much, and maybe we'll see you at some point in the future for some more knitted delectabilities. Meantime, I'm all out of my homemade rhubarb vodka infusion, and I'm getting very hot and steamy at the end of May in my lovely mohair jumper, which I got for 50p in a car boot sale. Thank you so much, Catherine.
Thanks.